The amount of stress of the constant information that we're being provided with, because you can't escape it. You can't escape the fact that everything is high. The cost of living is high, rent is high, mortgage high, shopping is high, going out expensive. That added stress. So once I stepped away and was in a place where I realized, crucial thing, that my money wasn't um, prohibited. It didn't have a cap on what I could do with it. Now, I'm just talking about Thailand, specifically Phuket. And I'll get into the thoughts of what people think about Thailand shortly, but I'm going to talk about Phuket. Just going out to eat dinner, it was four people in our party. Now we're dining on everything fresh. I mean, we had 4 or 5 different dishes of fish right out the ocean. We had different greens. We had, you name, different rice, different noodles. And there was no such thing as, let me have the organic. It wasn't stuff that was shipped on a truck from one state to another state and needed to be sprayed and preserved. Everything was fresh. So you look at four of us having dinner and drinks included. Normally that would be here in the States. That's easy, a $600 bill. Easy, $600, $700, easy. For four of us, that bill came up to $47. $47. And I know a lot of people, whoa, what do you expect? That's based on the economy and things that I knew, whatever way people want to put it. But no, what that was based on, the fact that they can afford to charge that much because the food is not going through being outsourced and going through so many different distributors. So yeah, they can afford to charge you the correct amount for that food. And that alone was great. My investment property that I have out there, the overhead cost, I have a unit that I'll be renting out there for seasonal renting. And my overhead to cover that unit alone was about $150 a month. I'm talking water, internet, the electric, all in to manage that property. And I'm expected to make in low season, anywhere from $700 to $1,000 a week. In high season, I'm expected to make anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 a week in high season. Now remember, that's weekly, but my overhead monthly is a little over $150 a month. That's an investment property. To pay rent, you all hear about people who live in Thailand and other places. You're paying $600, $700, $800 a month to live in a high rise, to live, have pool, gym. So I always recommend people, if you can make money without actually having to be in this country where you live, that money would go far regardless to where you're at. But now I want to give you what my daily routine was, which I miss greatly being back already since I've been back. I would wake up, I could go downstairs. You have nothing but great fruit stands everywhere. Fruits are in abundance everywhere. So I would go down, I would get me a pineapple, I would get me a small watermelons, pineapples, they would cut up into these little swirls, the sweetest pineapples I've ever had in my life. Mangoes growing right there, but they would have tons of mangoes. And that would be literally the start of my day. Fresh fruits, watermelon, pineapples, mango, and some water. Incredible. Then I would get out, take a great walk around the neighborhood, great sun. I can walk right to the beach, which was a 7-minute walk. I chose not to be right on the beach because I didn't have the sand and everything coming in. My unit that I have is right by an amusement park, which is going to make great money. And now the home that I'm going to live in is off the beach. And I want to tell you guys something. That alone, my diet changed. My my skin, bullshit you not. I can see the impact on everything, is even as far as how my digestion system was working. Like, and I'm an avid biker and bowler here in the States. So that would help speed up my metabolism to help me. But I realized it was the food I was digesting. So